Hello everyone, my name is Elle. Welcome to hashtag 365 days of samples or Sample Sunday. This is my project where I am working through all of my samples, deluxe size products, etc. So as always, I start with the products that I would not purchase the full size of, and there are a few of them. So let's just get started. So the first product I have is from Bumble and Bumble. This is the Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Balm to Oil Pre-Shampoo Mask. So, a couple of problems with this mask. So it's balm to oil, which generally I like things like that change textures or consistencies, but usually that's with face products. I, as it turns out, do not care for trying to work a balm into my hair and having to warm it up enough to get it to distribute evenly. I felt like I could not seem to warm it up enough in my hands to get it to melt enough. Like, I don't have that problem with coconut oil, like pressed coconut oil. I can usually get that worked into my hair pretty easily, but this stuff, like, it just did not want to melt. So I felt like I was working really hard trying to distribute it through dry hair. And then you have to let it sit on your hair for 20 minutes and then rinse it out. And the first time I used it, I was like, okay, this is good. Not great, but good. And then the second time I used it, I was like, this is such a pain in the butt because it was so hard to get out of my hair the second time. Like, I just felt like my hair would not get clean. So I'm always on the hunt for really deep conditioning masks that are going to give my hair a lot of hydration and moisture, and this one just did not work for me. The next product that I would not purchase the full size of actually took me by surprise because I thought that I was going to love it again, and that's the Cover FX Mattifying Primer with Anti-Acne Treatment. So I had used a more deluxe size sample of this before, absolutely loved it, put it on my Sephora wish list, and had every intention of purchasing it during the Sephora VIB Rouge sale. And then I had another sample and I thought, you know what, I'll try it again. Perfect timing, see if I really do love it before I buy it. And I didn't love it this time. I felt like it was too mattifying for what my skin needs are right now, because my skin has been going back and forth between its normal combo self again, but it tends to lean more towards the dry side these days, except for my T-zone. So it's all over the place. It's never the same 2 days in a row. And I did only get 1 day's use out of this, but I used it with the foundation that I have been loving. And that's the Fenty foundation, which is a mattifying foundation. But that foundation paired with a luminous or hydrating primer works really well for my skin needs, and it seems to balance itself out because the dry parts of my skin have hydration, but then the oilier parts will be mattified, and everything just ends up working really well, and I love the whole finish. So this isn't for me right now. So I took this off my Sephora loves list, and I will not be purchasing this guy anytime soon. I also have this tiny little fragrance sample. This is an Atelier Cologne fragrance in Mandarin Glacial, and I'd used this before, I think many months ago, and I remembered the popsicle stick trick, and that's how I used this up. So this is a tip I learned from somebody in the comments of one of my very first hashtag 365 days of samples updates when I was struggling with using up some fragrances. Someone had suggested putting the fragrance on a clean popsicle stick and then I could use it to scent a room. And so that was a really neat trick that really helped me use up fragrances, things that I liked the smell of but didn't necessarily like how it worked on me. Like, this fragrance is wonderful. It's such a good citrusy scent, but when it mixes with my body chemistry, it gets really bitter. And I don't like how all the notes sit on my skin, but on a popsicle stick, it smells just like it does from here. So it allows me to enjoy the scent without having it on me. So it's not something that I'd purchase. I've said this before, I would not purchase like $100 home fragrance thing, but I will use the samples gladly whenever they come my way. I have one product that I'm considering to be finished, even though there is still product left in here. I'm just tired of fighting with it. That's the YSL Touche Cloud Blur Primer. So I've had this upside down for like 5 days trying to get the remaining bits of this primer out, but I can't get it out. Like, it will not budge. And after trying to fight with it and scrape things out, I'm like, you know what? It's not worth my time anymore. It's too much of a hassle, and realistically, it's not something that I'm going to purchase anyway, just because it's so expensive and it's not mind-blowing. Every now and then, those really pricey, high-end products come around that I absolutely fall in love with, and I can't imagine using something else. It's rare, but it does happen. But this primer, no, it was fine, and I liked using it, and you definitely feel luxurious YSL, and it's all like gold flecks in it, and it's just so expensive, but it's also so expensive. So it's not worth it to me, and struggling so much to finish this stuff up is not worth it to me either. So I'm considering that one to be done. Moving on, I have one product that I'm going to put back in my collection. That's the Giorgio Armani, what is this? Lip Magnet Second Skin Intense Matte Color. So this was intriguing to me. I'm not a big red lipstick person, but I did really like this color. So I actually wanted to try it out once, and I wore it to work, and at first it looked absolutely beautiful. Just a perfect red lipstick shade. It's a very liquidy formula, and when you do put it on your lips, it does feel like you have nothing on your lips at all, except for lip balm, which is the problem was with this, because you feel that slight sort of softness like you would if you were using a really hydrating lip balm. So it's not like your lips are slippery, and it's not like a gloss where they're sticky or goopy, but just smooth. And so I felt myself constantly doing this just because I liked the way that my lips just felt together. And I was just doing this all morning. And after a couple of hours, when I checked in the mirror, I noticed that it had faded all the way around. And I just had that little like ring left. And I reapplied, and it just didn't stick very well when I tried reapplying it. So this is a lip product I think I will use when I film instead of just using it in my day-to-day life, because it just doesn't seem to work that way. But it is a really pretty color, and it does feel really comfortable on the lips, but it just doesn't seem to last for me just because it feels so much like a balm on my lips. So that's sort of the downside with it. I actually don't mind a lipstick that I can feel a little bit on my lips, or at least one that doesn't feel balmy, so that I'm not like rubbing my lips together all day. So I'm moving that one back to use later. And finally, I have one product that I would purchase the full size of. That is from Glam Glow, and it is the Super Mud Clearing Treatment. Again, my preferences throughout this challenge have changed a lot. I remember using this before and hating it. I remember using it before and liking it, and using it again now and really liking it. So I've had a few little skin issues recently. I've broken out a little bit around here. It's mostly gone at this point, like it's all healing fine, and I think this mask helped a lot. I put it on for the full 20 minutes, and I did do my full face with it, and it was just so good afterwards. Like, I removed the mask and my skin was so clear and everything was just even, and I was so happy. I was so happy. It says it's for problem skin, skin imperfections. It's pore refining and mattifying and clarifying, and I really felt like it was all of those things. Like, it was such a good all-in-one mask for me, and it met all of the needs that I have. I especially concentrated the mask on my problem areas as well as my T-zone, and it really just helped everything. Like, I could definitely see myself using this consistently as part of my skincare regime, which does need a little bit of fine-tuning. I'm doing more research and hopefully trying a few more things before I commit, because it's hard. I don't want to commit to things that I don't end up liking because it can be pretty expensive sometimes. I want to have the good products that I can rely on. So I'm slowly working my way towards those, and I really think this is going to be something that I will use a lot. So I have 4 products that I'm still working on. The DevaCurl Melt Into Moisture, I haven't opened that one yet. The Mereadesso All In One Moisturizer, a little bit left in that guy. The Dr. Brandt Needles No More 3D Filler Mask, still a little bit of there. I've been using it a little bit sparingly because I really like that mask. And a little bit left of the Skinmedica Ultra Sheer Moisturizer. Now, I also have a couple of things that I added in, and these things were sent to me. So before I draw the 6 new products, I just want to mention these 2 because these are just like an add-on bonus. I'm a little ticked off because I actually really do like both of these products, but they don't ship to Canada, and that's Scentbird. Scentbird only ships to the USA, so I'm kind of confused as to why they sent this to me in the first place, because I don't like recommending or talking about products that aren't easily accessible in Canada, because if I can't actually buy it myself, it feels weird talking about it on my channel. So I'm kind of disappointed because I really like these, as I said, and it's something that I honestly, completely honestly, would be buying more from. If you guys had seen my first reactions with these products, it was so funny because I wish I had filmed it because I was just so excited. So they sent me two things. The first thing is the perfume, and I love this little travel container. I had no idea what it was at first. I had seen reviews but only sort of somewhat paid attention to them because I'm not a big perfume person. So when I would have those reviews on from like people that I like and watch, I mostly just sort of glazed over it. Like, it would be like background noise because it was not something that I ever thought that I would consider for myself, just because I'm not a perfume person. My perfume collection is like Nirvana Black from Elizabeth and James. Like, that's pretty much where it starts and ends. But this is something I can really get behind, or could get behind, if they shipped to Canada. So this little packaging here, you just twist it and up comes the spray and you can spray. It's just so convenient. I had those little travel decanter perfume things before, which were such a pain to use, and this is just amazing. So the sample size in here as well took me by surprise. I thought it was going to be tiny, but like, that's a lot of perfume. That's a lot of perfume in here, and I got them to send me Black Orchid from Tom Ford. I love it. I hate that I love it so much because it's such a pricey perfume, but it has everything I like. It's such a dark, mysterious scent. At first, when it sits on my skin, I'm like, maybe it's a little too dark and a little too heavy for me, but then when it dries down, I get really strong vanilla notes, and it just smells so amazing. I'm literally doing this all day whenever I'm wearing it because it just smells so good. So I'm really happy that they sent this to me, but also really mad that they don't ship to Canada and they didn't tell me. Because it's $14.95 per month for a subscription, so every month you would get something that size, perfume that size. But you can also do every second month, which is what I would have subscribed to, $15 every second month for perfume this size. Can they keep sending me Black Orchid? I don't know, is that a thing? Can repeat fragrances? Not entirely sure. I stopped looking into it once I saw that they didn't ship to Canada. So a little annoyed by that, but actually really love that fragrance. And the other thing they sent me is a hand cream. If you've watched these sample videos for a while, you're probably laughing right now because I really hate body creams and hand creams, and I just complain about them all of the time. But they wanted to send me this, and I said, okay, I'll try it, right? And so I got it. Didn't know what scent I was gonna get because they didn't give me an option, but they sent me the one that I would have chosen, which was Earl Grey and Blackberry. I love tea scents. Earl Grey is one of my favorite teas, so I was really excited for that because I was like, at least scent-wise, I'll really like it. And so I decided to try it, and I love it. That's why I'm extra mad, because I can't buy it. It's so annoying that I found something that I really like, something that I'm super picky about, and I love it. I put this on for the first time and I was like dancing around my room, like, oh my god, like the heavens have opened, angels are singing, this is the most amazing thing ever. I actually find a hand cream that I can tolerate the smell. I love the way it feels. It absorbs like in seconds. It's not greasy, it's not sticky. I'm so happy, and I can't buy it. Like, I was already thinking like, I'm gonna buy one for my mother for Christmas. I'm gonna buy another one of these ones for myself. Gonna keep using this one. Maybe I'll just even buy a backup right away just so I can have one at home and like one at work. So I'm mad. So this is really just gonna be something I'm going to use. I'm gonna make myself use it because I really do like it. So this is the first hand cream I think I've ever come across that I just like really fell in love with. It says on the back that it has blackberry fruit extract, vitamins A and E infused oils, and soothing aloe leaf, and it does not have any parabens, sulfates, or animal cruelty. So it's cruelty free. It's kind of a weird way of phrasing it, Scentbird, but yes. So I just love this so much. I'm getting flashbacks to all of those products I've tried in the past that I can't buy anymore in Canada. Like, it's just so sad. It's so sad. So please, Scentbird, if you are watching this, please start shipping to Canada because you have an eager customer here. So please, please, please. All right, so sample box time. So as I said before, I am going to pick 6 things. So the first thing I have here is from Fresh. It's the Sugar Nourishing Lip Balm, Advanced Therapy. All right, so product number 2, we have this is from Hourglass. It's the Seamless Finish Foundation Stick. So I have 2 shades here, Shell and Nude, and I think they will both be way too dark for me, but I'm curious to try what this formula is like. All right, third product, we have from Verb. This is the Ghost Shampoo and Conditioner. Fourth product, we have, this is from Neutrogena. It is the Hydroboost Gel Cream. So it's in this packaging. This was a sample I got from Forever 21 when I had made an order. So it's got like a little coupon in there, and then it's got the little deluxe size samples. So interesting. All right, so that brings us to the 5th product. We have from First Aid Beauty. This is, oh, it's 2 samples in a little package. We have the Skin Rescue Deep Cleanser with red clay and the Skin Rescue Oil-Free Mattifying Gel. So it's 2 little foil samples. So I'll just count that as 1. All right, so I just have one more thing left to pick. So really quickly, we have from Glam Glow, this is the Dream Duo. So we have Dream Serum and Dream Seal. Overnight Transforming Treatment. I've never tried this before. So, all right, we'll see if that works as well for me as the other Glam Glow mask did. All right, so that is everything for this video. I just want to say really quickly at the end here that I'm dealing with some pretty serious family stuff at the moment, and so I might not have another video up for a little while. Might be a little sporadic. I'm gonna try and do my best, but I just wanted to throw that out there in case I don't get a chance to film for a little while. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, for spending some time with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead of you, and I will hopefully talk to you soon. Bye for now.